Sometimes the hardest part of saving money is not knowing where to start. The city you live in can also determine how you save your money. By 2018, the United States of America had 19,495 cities, some of which can guzzle up your cash while others make great cities to save in. Number 10. Detroit. Detroit, Colorado is a large city and covers over 1 million people. Can you imagine living in a city without a single chain grocery store? Detroit City is one of them. Most of the big retail stores that can be seen in any city aren't as many in Detroit. There is no Target, Bed Bath & Beyond, or Walmart. Thought-provoking, right? But here's the rub. If you come to embrace this, it can help you save money. Some people may think it's a real pain, but it's astonishing how much money you can save without being able to access the big chain stores. This is because you're not tempted to overspend, which keeps your money in your wallet. For example, in a normal store, you might have rushed to grab some breakfast cereal, but when you walk into that cool and lit warehouse-sized space full of tempting things, your thoughts are immediately taken by the massive options, and you find yourself slowing down to look. By the end of your shopping trip, you have spent dollars on items you had not planned for. Originally, you will have spent a little bit more because of the enticing things in the store. Detroit is the best city if you want to save your money. Even though it has a high rate of unemployment, living in Detroit changes the way you perceive your spending when you realize that 30% of the population lives on food stamps. Also, your taste buds are not assaulted by the 3 flavors of coffee and pizza everywhere you turn, which makes your financial decisions straightforward. Number 9. St. Louis. St. Louis, Missouri is described as a big city with a small-town charm. St. Louis has one of the lowest costs of living in the country. What is even more amazing is the number of free and low-cost attractions the city offers. There is so much to see and do in St. Louis without costing you an arm and a leg. With a median household income of $64,149 and a median single-family rent of $1,015 a month, St. Louis is considered the 7th most affordable city to live in the United States. With an average of $158,572 in sale price of homes, well below the national average, the city is currently a buyer's market, and the cost of living in this city is affordable. You and your family would find a perfect home in your neighborhood while sticking to your budget. On top of affordability, the city offers good and high education for kids. St. Louis has got some first-class colleges. In general, St. Louis's cost of living is 6% lower than the national average, making it a great city to live in if you want to build your savings. Utilities and groceries are a little higher than the national average, but the housing cost cancels the expenses out, making the city great to live in within your budget and put away some savings. Number 8. Tulsa. Situated in the northeastern region of Oklahoma, Tulsa is one of the great cities with great opportunities. One reason to move to Tulsa is for its incredibly low cost of living, which is nearly 20% lower than the national average. Fuel here has a low price compared to other cities because Oklahoma is an oil state. How awesome! Housing in Tulsa is cheap because you can pay up to 50% less than the national average to own a home in Tulsa. Also, most of the places in this great city are rural land and farming is embraced here. By farming, you will save more because you will grow vegetables and fruits on your land. Eating and shopping are cheap because the economy is starting to revive, and with the unemployment rate being 4.6% lower than the national average, there are plenty of options in the job market. Whether you want to enjoy simplistic city living or you just want a place for you and your family, Tulsa is an awesome place to help you save money and build a comfortable financial cushion. 7. Memphis. Are you looking for a good city to call home? Then Memphis, Tennessee is for you. Memphis is affordable, enjoyable, and has great weather to boot. The good news is the cost of living in Memphis is low. Almost everything from groceries to utilities through education is considerably cheap. Tennessee doesn't have a state income tax, which means you get to keep more and save more. The best of it all is that because of the rising household income and a lower cost of living, you can afford a house if you move here. Memphis is also home to some of the best companies you could work for. For example, FedEx is one of the top job providers here in Memphis. This means if you are diligent, you won't miss out on a job and you can work and save for your financial future. So if Memphis is where you are thinking about making a home and a place to work, and if you're serious about building your savings, then you are on the right track to achieving financial greatness. Number 6. Toledo. Relocating can be fun and exciting, but it can be extremely stressful. One trying to find the perfect place to go to can be difficult. Cost is always at the top of the list when people are moving. If you think of moving to Toledo, Ohio, you are lucky because it's one of the most affordable cities in the country. The cost of housing in this city is 47% lower than the national average. The average cost for a house in Toledo is roughly $117,000, and the national average is about $227,000. Now, that isn't to say just like many cities in the US, Toledo doesn't have its higher scale. But when all things are considered, Toledo is a city where you can save money because it's cheap. Toledo can easily be described as one of the many melting pots of the US. It brings many people together and creates a space for many to call home. And you can get your savings to do a 360-degree turnaround by practicing wise financial decisions and practicing frugality. Number 5. Columbus. Columbus, Ohio is one of the cities that has it all. It is a great city to work and live in. The cost of living is low in this city. High salaries and good funding resources don't mean a thing if you can't afford to live in the city. The average tech salary in Columbus is $92,400, which places Columbus in the top 10 list of cities in the country that have good salary margins. Of the 268 most expensive cities in the world, Columbus ranked 177th, which means it's not that expensive to live in and help build your savings. For example, you can get a spacious 2-bedroom apartment for a little over $1,000 a month. With a cost of living that is lower than the national average, most of the high salary is going back to you, and this helps you improve your savings. Not many places can offer such competitive prices in housing, considering that most cities have people paying almost half their salaries to have a roof over their head. You can cultivate an effective savings culture in Columbus, and as long as you're consistent, your finances may be something to smile about and thank the city for. Number 4. Wichita. There is no place like home, and when you think of Wichita, Kansas, it couldn't be more true. The largest city in the state of Kansas, Wichita has a population of 390,000 people, and in affordability, it is ranked in the top 10 multiple times recently as the best place to raise a family. With the cost of living nearly 10% lower than the national average, living in this city means living well and a dream come true. Existing home prices average around $129,000, and rental costs for a 2-bedroom apartment average $800 per month, which is about 5 times cheaper than most major cities and well below the $1,391 national average mark. This means keeping a healthy balance in your savings account is very easy. In building your career, Wichita has affordable schools and universities, which means you can save serious coin while giving your kids a good education. Niche.com ranked Wichita in position 12 out of 228 cities as having the lowest cost of living. This is good news for movers that are looking to save money. You can almost effortlessly build up your savings while affording the best frugal life you can get. Number 3. San Antonio. Are you thinking of moving to San Antonio, Texas, but aren't quite sure what to expect? Thankfully, there is great news for you. San Antonio is a relatively affordable city to live in. The cost of living is 14% lower than the national average, which is a great number. Texas is one of the 9 states in America that doesn't collect state income tax. On payday, you have a little more in your pocket than someone with the same salary from a state that imposes state income tax, which can help you save more. San Antonio homebuyers pay a significantly less amount compared to other major metropolitan areas. Renting a house is also cheap compared to other major cities. For example, monthly rent for a single-family home averages $1,450, while the median household income is $43,740. If you love Texas but are unsure of which city is best for you and your savings, wonder no more. San Antonio has the best of both worlds, beautiful and affordable. Number 2. Cleveland. Is Cleveland, Ohio the right place for your finances? Absolutely, especially a big opportunity for young professionals and families to move to. In Cleveland, you can have a very high quality of life for a pretty low price point. The cost of living in this beautiful city is a whopping 27.4% lower than the national average. For the millennials who work from home, this is great news. Cheap housing costs balance out higher property taxes and make it significantly more affordable. Cleveland has some of the most affordable housing in the US. The cost of living in Cleveland will vary depending on where you choose to live. Another thing in Cleveland that will help you save money is utilities, groceries, and transport. This helps you save money from all the corners, which is the one thing frugal people look at when they're looking to relocate to a different city. Before we get to our number 1 spot, make sure to check out the links in the description for our best recommendations to boost your savings. Number 1. Birmingham. Birmingham, a city located in Alabama, has the best employment rate. Housing expenses in Birmingham are 14% lower than the national average, and the utility prices score at 1% higher than the national average, which is cancelled out by the price of groceries. Grocery prices are 4% lower than the national average. Your health care is also sorted because it's 16% lower than the national average. On the last several years, the job market in Birmingham has continued to increase with opportunity. The job market provides stable, secure careers for the residents. This is because Birmingham is home to many industries, with some of the most popular being healthcare, education, production, agriculture, and government. When job opportunities are available, the lives of people in Birmingham improve and they save more. You can build your savings by living in this incredible city. Make sure to check out the next video. You're going to get a ton of value from that one. We'll see you there.